What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back. And the Charlotte Hornets continue to have a great offseason, in my opinion. And they are now signing Spencer Dinwiddie to a one-year deal. Not sure about the financials of the deal, but it's been reported that he is signing a one-year deal with the Hornets. And, I mean, man, looking at this roster now, like, this is a way different team than last season. Obviously, you know, they had a very high draft selection, the 4th overall pick, and they selected Con Kneppel out of Duke. They also got Ryan Kalkbrenner, who is the center out of Creighton. They traded away Mark Williams, so Ryan Kalkbrenner is probably now going to be their starting center. And Spencer Dinwiddie now falls into that backcourt rotation, between LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Those are probably going to be the starters in the backcourt. And then, you now have Colin Sexton, who came over via trade. They traded Jusuf Nurkic for Colin Sexton and got him from the Jazz. You have Spencer Dinwiddie. Trey Mann has signed a new deal with Charlotte. I believe it's a 3-year deal worth about $24 million. So there's a lot of backcourt depth here now. And I think that's really important because the Hornets were obviously incredibly injured last season, went 19-63. And LaMelo Ball has failed to stay healthy pretty much every season of his NBA career so far. And Brandon Miller also missed a significant, amount of time this past year. So there's a need for solid backup guards on this team because you really don't know what's going to happen, right? And best case scenario, you're only using them off the bench and they don't have to start, for extended periods of time, right? But there's a high likelihood that you're going to have Brandon Miller out for some period of time this coming season, right? You're going to have LaMelo Ball out, probably missing games here and there. And so you can rely on Colin Sexton and Spencer Dinwiddie to kind of handle your backcourt, right? I think that's a backcourt that could, honestly start for, a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference. So with the East being as wide open as it's going to be next season, with Tatum out, Halliburton out, Dame Lillard is kind of, in question. He's probably not going to play next season with his Achilles rehab. He's also might sign with the team in the Western Conference. Who knows, right? We have no idea what's really going on. But the East is very wide open. And not that the Charlotte Hornets are going to be contenders, but I could see them getting into the back end of the playoffs via the play-in, right? This Hornets roster seems good enough on paper to qualify as the 9 or 10 seed in the Eastern Conference, right? So I like this signing. I think Spencer Dinwiddie is very solid. He's a 6'5" point guard, can play the 1, can play the 2, has had seasons where he's averaged 20 points a game. He's also had seasons where he's averaged less than that and come off the bench for a significant amount of time throughout the season. So I think the thing here is that Spencer Dinwiddie is just solid overall, right? He's a career 33% three-point shooter. It's not great, but it's not bad. He's a career, 41% shooter from the field, 13 points a game throughout his NBA career, 5 assists per game throughout his NBA career. He's a guy that can get people involved and, play good defense. It's hard to, be an opposing guard going up against Spencer Dinwiddie as a defender because Spencer Dinwiddie can lock down smaller guards, right? If you're 6'1" or 6'2", Spencer Dinwiddie's 6'5", 6'6", and he's quick on his feet, he could probably lock you down and make it hard for you to score. So I think, Charlotte really can only go up from here, and that's what they've done this offseason, and I like this signing a lot. So it is a one-year deal. There's a likelihood that he could still get traded, as they go into the season, depending on what happens and what direction Charlotte wants to go in. But I like the signing for right now. So Spencer Dinwiddie is now a Charlotte Hornet. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. I'm going to check you guys later, man. Stay up, stay safe, stay blessed, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.